Ahoy! Tony Milazzo, you are live and on board, and my guest today is Talia Gil.
Hi, Tony. Great to be here. Thanks for having me.
I am glad you're here. Of course, I know you're very happy to be here, especially because you left New York in the middle of a snowstorm.
Oh, and thank God I did. That was just, I was piling, dumping, getting dumped on, just sitting and eating and storing the pounds for the winter. Now
I came back 10, 15 pounds heavier just from a month.
No, that's what it does to you.
A month, 2 months. I was fat.
You need to get out of New York for, those months. You need to plan a monthly vacation.
Don't tell everybody else to get out of New York. Didn't you see what they released on the news this week? NASA says we're going to have a mega drought. And there's going to be nothing left here, and 16 states will empty into the East Coast.
I did not see that. I feel so unwell informed.
Yeah, Google that. They put it out on the news, and I think it was so that they discourage East Coast people to move here, and they told everybody we're all going to move there, and everything will be dead here. That was a good idea. I like that.
That is a good idea. I saw that Brazil is having a drought, so then I'm like, all right, I guess I won't go to Rio. I'll come to L.A.
Yeah. Stay in New York, everybody. Suffer through that snow, at least you won't be burnt up and dehydrated.
That's true. I'm getting a sunburn out here on your boat, Tony. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. She's on the water today. Have you spent a lot of time on the water? Have you been on the water, boating, yachting, surfing, anything?
I do have a sailing trophy from my sleepaway camp days.
Really? You sailed?
I did. I sailed a sunfish.
Excellent.
I can actually use some terminology like rudder.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That's where it ends, but rudder.
Really?
And I have a trophy.
How about the little keel? Didn't you use a piece of plastic or something in the bottom that was like a fin? It kept your balance?
It was like a fin, yes.
Right,
that's what it's called.
Right. So you had the rudder in the back and it was a keel, some sort of, I don't know if they call them a keel on those small boats. But if you can sail a sunfish.
Sunfish.
You could, or they call them sabbats.
Okay.
It's like a sunfish. You could sail anything.
Oh, well, we did tip over a lot.
Yeah.
That was the fun of it, though.
You're in the water most of the time, right?
Oh, yeah. It was like, we were like 3 10-year-old girls trying to track the wind. Whoa, here it comes. Switch sides.
Yeah, tack.
Overboard. But somehow I won a trophy.
Remember that, tack, when you go from one side to the other?
Is that what it's called, the tack?
Uh-huh.
It's very exciting. Upstate New York every summer.
You got to know how to flip it over, right? They teach you how to flip it over, because in case you flip it over, you need to know how to.
To not get stuck in the sail.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I must have known that at the time, because I never struggled.
Because here, the first thing they teach the kids is how to flip the boat back over. They flip it purposely upside down. And that's the first thing you do, because you have to know how to swim, be in the water, and flip your boat over.
Okay, so we were spoiled Jewish kids, parents paying a lot of money for summer camp. So I think as soon as they saw us flip over, they would race and make sure we were okay.
Spoiled Jewish kids don't have the first day of turning the boat over or bringing it up full of water. No, they don't do that.
But we win trophies for being good.
You were busy having lox and bagels.
Lox and bagels every Sunday.
So you're Jewish, huh?
Oh, yeah.
All right. I'm Italian.
Are you now?
Yeah.
Tony Milazzo? I'm shocked.
Really? Tony Milazzo? I'm Sicilian. Kind of everybody tells me, you a Jew?
Yeah.
Like, what, Milazzo? No, I'm not a Jew. But I could kind of pass, and I have a lot of Jewish friends. They love their token Italian with them, so.
Yeah, I love that. Tony Milazzo.
Yeah.
Or Chazo. You know what is a Chazer, Tony?
Oh, yeah. I did the Jewish network, TV network, with a buddy of mine who was Jewish.
Okay.
And you had to be Jewish to be on it.
Scarface reference.
Oh, yeah, I had to be Jewish to be on it. And I was like, I'm not a Jew. And he's like, don't worry, we'll do fine. And it was Tony Cohen I did the show on.
Oh, there you go.
So,
Tony, I think I know a Tony Cohen.
That's my AKA.
Awesome.
What's your AKAs?
Well, Talia, so I can be Italian.
Yeah.
Talia, I can be Spanish.
Right. So you use Talia Gil, right?
Talia Gil.
Talia Gil Reese, I saw, so that's...
Reese,
you're married?
It's the married name, sure. He says I haven't quite earned it yet, so I have to remain Talia Gil.
Don't use it.
Yeah.
There you go. Use my stage name, Talia Gil.
There you go. It has a better ring to it.
I like it because it's so short. Reese is also a short name, but I like the whole Gil is just...
It's snappy.
Hollywood, one syllable.
There you go.
It works.
No confusion. It's phonetic. Reese with the R-E-I. Do you say rice? Do you say Reese? What is that?
Gil. I like the whole Gil thing.
Gil.
G-I-L.
We're going to keep... I'm just going to run with that.
It's very nautical. Gil.
Ah, very... And back
Fish.
to the boat theme.
Gil.
Fish, absolutely.
Do I not need to tie it in for all of you out there?
Beautiful.
Oh
And I'm kind of a good swimmer, so
Yeah?
it fits. Not a lifeguard. My brother was the head lifeguard. I'm not a lifeguard, but
So
I love to
you
swim.
sailed small boats, which are the hardest thing to do as a kid.
Tipped over a lot, but yes.
And you could swim.
Yes.
Do you like to fish? Have you fished?
I like to fish. It's funny. I used to get really frustrated. It seems so boring waiting to catch a fish. It's like, really, is it
I don't
happening?
like it either. I can't. I have no patience.
Yeah, I don't know, but then, now getting to come out here in this weather and it's gorgeous, I could sit on a boat all day and wait to fish,
Really?
wait to catch a I think maybe like as a teenager it seemed really boring. Now I'm just like,
You could just relax, read a book.
I can relax. I have kids, so if I'm not with my kids and I'm just sitting and waiting to catch a fish, that's as good as a day can get, I think.
Yeah, good for you. Very relaxing, too.
Very relaxed.
So you have kids, too, and so stress. Are you able to relax at home?
Yeah, I mean, I have from 9 to 3, basically, to sort of rewind, be the me that I used to be, the me that I can be, the me that I am. But other than that, then it's mommy mode. And I love it, don't get me wrong. I love mommy mode. I like that it's a structured time. From 3 to 8, I'm theirs. I belong to them. In the morning time, too. So I love that. I love that I can have that. How are you able to
juggle everything, though? Like, I know you juggle... Okay, she's a Renaissance lady. You know, folks, that many of my guests are Renaissance people. I'm a Renaissance man. I am drawn to other Renaissance people. You are multi-talented. If you don't know this girl as a comedian, the other things that she does... she is phenomenal at. She orchestrates music, right? You produce music.
That's true. I have.
Okay, and why don't you tell everybody why you're here? She landed last night. She's in Hollywood. Today's the first official day here, I would guess.
Yeah.
She's with me for a radio show. She is tonight with T.K. Matterson at the Fed Bar, North Hollywood, which is one of the hot, legendary comedy spots. And she's going to kill it tonight, I know. And that's not even what she's here for, okay? Tell them what you're here for.
So first of all, to address the Renaissance woman all over the place, I'm a Gemini. I don't know about you, Tony. When's your birthday?
You're only 2 people?
Exactly. There you go. That's how
You're the twin. I'm Aquarius. I am.
Oh.
I'm maybe 40 personalities. But
40, and we're on the sea. Oh, now it's. But yeah, I am stoked. I came out here for a project I'm working on through DreamWorks, to musical workshop. And I've gotten to meet the incredible, talented Stephen Schwartz, who's the composer of Wicked. Talk to him about a musical that I've written.
Wow.
So that's been terrific. And
DreamWorks, folks. DreamWorks. That's all I'm saying.
Beautiful. But no, stand-up comedy. Comedy is my passion. That's my background. I was director of a comedy troupe in college called Bloomers at the University of Pennsylvania, and I'm on this trip. I'm getting to see some of my girls that I haven't seen since college, some of my Bloomer girls. And hopefully they're going to come out to the show tonight at the Federal Bar.
Oh, nice.
So this is a dream come true, this trip. Getting to do comedy with some of my girls coming to visit, working on my musical with DreamWorks. And getting to be here with you, Tony.
Radio show. We're on the boat. You're in the beautiful weather. You escaped numerous storms. Oh.
I escaped.
You escaped. I don't know how you got here. They're closing airports. There's 8,000 flights that haven't been rescheduled.
It was a miracle that they didn't cancel my flight. I don't even know. I barely made it to the airport. I don't know. I said to myself, they're going to have to at least delay it. It was a 9 a.m. flight.
Were they defrosting your wings while you were on board getting ready to leave?
They pour that antifreeze stuff.
Yeah.
And you just, how does this work? Like, once you take off, doesn't all the ice come back? It's a little terrifying.
Yeah.
But I don't know how people. I got into a taxi cab going 10 miles an hour. They only had one taxi. I live in a suburb, like an hour away from JFK Airport, which is how I get here. Struggling 10 miles an hour.
Do you live on Long Island?
I live on Long Island.
Where?
In Great Neck.
Oh, beautiful. Right by my parents.
No kidding.
Yeah, I stay there a lot at their place.
Oh, okay.
I was just there.
Yeah, the fabulous.
Love the area. Great Neck's beautiful.
Fabulous Great Neck. So yeah.
The cab was more dangerous than the plane, I'm guessing.
Exactly.
In New York, the cab is more dangerous than the plane ride to L.A., let me tell you.
No, it really, and then also because they only had one cab, they were stopping and picking up several people. So
Yeah.
it was amazing. I needed alcohol before the flight just to know that I was going to. I could not believe I made it onto that flight and I was able to bring my stress level down. I'm like, I can't miss my trip.
Are you okay with flying?
I'm fine with flying. Yeah, I'm okay with flying. Honestly, all I could picture was the palm trees and just, I get into the zone and I...
When you got here and you land at the airport, like I could feel it like on my face and the odor of LA. It's like in the palm trees and the sand because, the airport's also on the beach. But
oh, is it? I couldn't even tell.
Do you get all that? Do you get all that? Maybe it's just me, my senses are strong, but like I feel it almost exotic. Like,
It is...
I know I'm in LA. It's a whole different...
See, my brain works like that. I don't think like 10 steps ahead as far as travel goes. So I arrived and I realized I didn't rent a car. I didn't make a reservation. So the first thing I'm like, oh gee, I gotta go to Enterprise. They're all booked. Apparently, so this is Oscar week in LA. All the cars are taken. I'm like, oh my God, I'm such an idiot. Why didn't I make this reservation? So I'm freaking out that I'm not going to have a car. So I went to about 10 different places, and basically I found somebody to give me a car. And
good for you.
let's just say it's double, triple what it would have been had I made the reservation.
Wow.
So even as a grown-up with kids, I still have to learn to take care of things in advance.
Yeah, or don't rent a car.
That's what I thought.
Stay on the west side here, where everybody is. Everybody's a director, producer, actor. You stay on the west side.
Right.
We leave a bike. You tell me when you're coming in. I'll make sure there's a bicycle waiting for you at the airport. You just bring a backpack, no luggage. You only need a backpack here anyway. A couple pairs of shorts, tank top.
Yeah, you know what? Now that I'm here, I see that. I could have just done that.
Yeah, you don't need to bring clothes. Everybody brings clothes here.
I know. I'm even wearing too much clothes right now.
Yeah.
I know.
And you go to the thrift stores out here, and it's so different than New York. Because all the rich people send their assistants to buy stuff. And so then they pick 3 items from the store, and they wave their hand like this, like get rid of the rest, and the rest just go to a thrift store. So everything has tags on it, and it's super designer here in the thrift stores. It's like walking into Macy's or Saks Fifth Avenue, the thrift stores.
Oh, no.
You can just buy everything.
Yeah.
I'll take that $2,000 Versace for $11.95. Thank you.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm afraid of. I'm going to walk on Rodeo Drive tomorrow, and I'm just going to, see, plastic is a very dangerous thing.
Oh, it's beautiful there.
I'm just going to buy up. This is why it's good. I don't have this much time by myself when I'm in New York until the evening when I go out and do my stand-up.
Well, now that I hear you with the credit card, and your husband's probably going to hear this, he's going to call me next time and say, keep her busy, please. Keep her busy while she's in L.A.
Yeah, he's like, Tony, have her do the interviews. Come on, just get her down there.
Book her all day long. You got to see the credit card from Rodeo Drive.
Exactly. Keep her talking. That'll keep her away from shopping. It's the only thing she likes better.
Oh, yeah. So you love to shop, huh?
I love to shop, but I'm an all-or-nothing shopper. So in other words, if I force myself not to go shopping, I'm a binge shopper is what I'm trying to say.
Ooh.
I will shop the way I watch Netflix. I will let the clothing ideas pile up in my brain.
I'm a guy. I could
for
care less
for a
about
whole
shopping.
season,
I
and then
hate
I'll just go out one day and binge shop. Yeah, guys hate shopping. I know. I do all
the... I could be doing so many other things instead of shopping.
It's not fun because you have to try things on, and most of them aren't going to be good.
Yeah, I'm not into it.
I hear
not
that.
Not my thing.
I hear that, but I do all the shopping for my husband, so he has to.
So what else do you like to do? I know you don't have much downtime, but what do you do at your downtime? What do you like to do?
I write my stand-up. That's what I'm doing these days.
Okay.
And it's very exciting. I passed at the Comic Strip Live in New York, so I'm there almost every night, building my set. So
what, I know you write for your comedy. What else? We were talking before we got on the air, and you mentioned something about a book.
Yeah, I've written a romance novella that is coming out in just a couple of weeks, actually. It's called Conflict of Interest, and it takes place in a law firm. 2 law firms merge together, and two lawyers who have a past as children, childhood sweethearts, come together at this law firm, and you learn about their past. Right. So it's very interesting. It's called Conflict of Interest.
Do you use your name?
No.
As the author? Oh, AKA.
Exactly.
Oh, she has a pen name.
It's got some racy content, folks.
Are we going to say your pen name?
Yes, this one we can say.
Yeah, I would.
Jillian Reese.
Really?
So you combine the Gil Reese.
Okay,
So there's
gotcha.
some sort of logic to it. So Jillian, Gill.
I like that. You didn't earn using his name, but on the
in
on
real
the
life,
on the risque book, you're putting his name.
That's true. With a different spelling.
Good for
R-E-E.
you.
Yeah. So
Good for you.
that's going to be out with Riverdale Avenue Books.
Yeah, make sure you get that, folks. Look for her book.
Very exciting. It's a novella, so you download it onto your
God,
Kindle.
you are multi-talented. So we talk about your stand-up, your writing, your book.
Go on.
Let's get into the music, because obviously before we got on the air here, we were talking about music together.
Oh, yes. Mutual passion.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And she said she didn't know that about me, and I guess a lot of people don't know that, so we'll say that now. Yeah, I love music, and I've produced music.
Yeah, I didn't know. That's amazing.
And you are incredible with music. So let's talk a little bit about the music. We were talking about who you're getting to work with, and maybe we'll talk about who you want to work with, maybe who your inspirations are.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I was a music major in college. I majored in music theory and composition, and I was just that kind of kid. Melodies always running through my brains. I love Broadway shows. I write big, sweeping melodies. I love Broadway musicals where the story drives the music, but to me, to walk out of a show and the song is running through your brain and a passionate moment in a character's life that changed things forever, I want that kind of drama and passion when I see a musical. And that's the kind of stuff I create, which is why I came out here for the workshop. I wanted to meet other people who are doing it. Like, I got to meet Stephen Schwartz, who's the master. But, yeah,
DreamWorks doesn't just call anybody out here to do it.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting.
You're obviously a pretty talented lady to have DreamWorks interested in what you're doing.
Well, thank you. I also wrote a children's album that you could find on iTunes. Yeah. A Good Morning, it's called. So when I had my kiddies and I was taking them to preschool, I noticed there wasn't enough music, that grown-ups could really be into for kids. It's a lot of the same songs over and over that we all heard when we were kids. Mm-hmm. So the preschool teacher, when she heard I was a musician, she was like, give us a Good Morning song. We're so tired of everything that we've been listening to year after year after year. And that sparked an idea for me to develop a children's album. And in my town of Great Neck, I mean, those songs have gone viral.
Oh, wow. Great.
So it's very exciting. Yes.
Good stuff. Now, if people wanted to check out who you are, what you're doing, are you Twitter, Facebook.com?
TaliaGil.com. Everything. That website is actually going live in a couple of weeks, and it's going to have everything. Where I'm going to be doing comedy, where you can find my children's album, my romance novels.
TaliaGil.com. TaliaGil.com, correct?
That's right.
Correct.
So it's a little schizoid because I am the Gemini, and so I have X-rated romance all the way down to children's music. So, but you know what? That's life.
You're a Renaissance girl.
What are you gonna do? Yeah. But that's just life. That's what we all
do. Some haters will always say, so you're the jack of all trades, but
master of
none, or what have you mastered?
Well, that's
multi-talented is.
That's up to you to decide.
Lots of avenues to go for you. And the world's going to see a lot of Talia Gil. You do a lot of things, and she's hitting it right now.
Hitting the clubs, the comedy clubs.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
Tonight's going to be killer. Those people don't know what they're in for.
Oh, this is awesome.
TK doesn't know what he's in for. He's going to want you back all the time. What are you going to do?
I'll come back.
How are you going to do that? You're going to be in LA every few weeks? Hi, back again.
Here I am. Tired of me yet? No, this is a big trip for me. This is big.
Yeah.
I'm a New York gal.
You've got kids and a husband. What are they going to do?
I do.
What are they going to do?
No, this is a big trip. This is I'm a New York gal. I'm out in New York every night. This is great out here.
Yeah.
I wish I made the move. Probably.
How old are the kids?
The kids are 5 and 7. So
do they get it though? Are they home right now going, "Where's my mommy?" Or are they just like they don't really?
They call me up and they're like, "Mommy, I have a joke for your comedy show," and I'm just like, "All right, here we go." So each one, they actually, between the hundreds they flew out at me, here are two. Why didn't the chicken cross the road? Because it was afraid of what was on the other side. Like, that actually makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a joke.
No, they're straightening out other people's jokes.
There was some logic to it. But yeah, they're all about coming up with the jokes. Oh, this is a good one. What did the fish say after it ate the clown? That tastes funny. That's a joke. I was like, wow, that's a really good joke, Eliza. She goes, hey, you can use it in your show. That one's on me, Mommy. That one's on me.
Yeah, great personalities. They must be great because of you. Is your husband a funny guy?
He's funny. He's from Canada, so he's like this. He's from deep into Canada. You know, not French Canada. Like we're talking
like Michael J. Fox Canada.
Winnipeg.
Without the shaking.
Oh gosh, yeah. No.
Oh, did I do that?
Oh gosh. Oh no. I'm the one shaking when I'm in Winnipeg because it's 40 below zero every day over there in the winter.
My God.
It's horrible. No,
He's from Winnipeg.
Winnipeg.
Oh.
40 below right now. They plug in their cars. The women grow hair on their chests. I mean, it is not pretty. Don't make me move there.
You just lost me with the women.
No, he made me go there in January when we were dating. So we were long distance dating. He made me go there in January. My friends were like, "Your boyfriend is so mean. Oh my God, your boyfriend. The liquid in your eyeballs is gonna freeze."
It does.
That's what they
feel
said.
It goes slower. Like when I'm in freezing, my eyes, like when I look from one side to the other, they go, like slow. Like,
it's true.
Do you feel that when you're in like 20 below wind chill and stuff? So I couldn't imagine 40.
You can't scan as quickly. It's true.
I'm like, wow, your eyeballs got drag.
No, exactly. Everything drags.
I can't
Everything
live like that.
No, so I said to him, I'm like, you know what? Like, we met online, so it was a back and forth romance.
I was just going to ask you that. She's great. She's doing my interviewing for me. I was going to say, so where did you guys meet?
Yeah, we met on J-Date.
Did you really?
Yeah, I found him in the freezer section. That's
funny. Freezer section at J-Date.
Yeah.
What's J-Date? Never even heard of it.
So I think the J just stands for Jew. It's like Jew's date.
Oh, Jew date. So he's Jew too.
He's Jew.
So you wanted to stay within your Jew thing?
You know.
And raise Jew kids? That was that a whole goal?
You know what?
You wanted to...
I guess so. I guess it was a goal. It just seemed like an easier way to meet people where you have a built-in thing that you already have in common.
Yeah, you didn't want them mixed up a little bit? Maybe a little Italian, so yeah.
I don't know.
Hey!
Look, I gotta say, for me, a Jewish Eskimo is exotic. Coming.
Oh, my God.
That is exotic. Is coming from New York.
A frozen Jew.
A frozen Jew.
That's what you went for.
Nice popsicle, let me tell you.
He's a lucky guy. He's a lucky guy. Wait till you folks see the photographs. Oh my, she is beautiful, this lady. Beautiful lady. Beautiful, smart, talented. Did you put all that on J-Date? No wonder why he grabbed you up.
No, in fact, he wasn't sure. He said I looked better. I was the only girl that looked better in person than my photo. I guess I didn't have a very good photo up there.
And let me tell you, you are better. Your photos, you're pretty, but oh my, you're even prettier in person.
Oh gosh, no.
Yeah.
So
we're gonna take a whole bunch of photos together when this is over for the show.
We've confirmed that I don't photograph well, so that's.
No, we're taking photos anyway.
But,
no one's gonna believe you were really hanging out with Talia, Talia Gil on your boat.
It's all about the boat. From the igloos to the boat, Tony.
Yeah,
that's what
we're going to get you behind the wheel and take some photos.
Oh, okay. There you go. Some action photos. Then I can prove to everyone in New York, yes, I really left my kids, went to L.A., drove a boat, did comedy. Yeah. No one believes me right now. No one believes me.
Now, we met each other at a club.
Right.
We've only met each other once.
Once.
She flies out here. She's doing all these shows and stuff, and she comes out to my boat. Now... That had to be kind of weird. No, none of you, when you come on my show, even think you don't know this guy. You're coming out to a boat.
I'm glad you're bringing this up, Tony. Because
there's pirates too. I mean, you don't know what can happen.
I'm listening to his podcast from home. I'm Tony. I'm out on a boat. And I'm like, okay, I see other ladies who've been out here, and they seem to have made it out alive. Because I've met Dr. Laura. I did a show with her since she did your show.
Oh, really? So you checked these people. Oh, she's still alive.
Yeah. Checked them out. I was a little hesitant to tell my husband where he called me. I was on Santa Monica Boulevard.
Oh, my God. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah. He's like, so what are you up to today in L.A.? I was like, oh, I'm meeting a friend on a boat. Really? Which friend? Like, Tony Milazzo. Tony Milazzo? You have a friend named Tony Milazzo? Who is that? It's like,
Now I'm more insulted that he doesn't know who I am.
I try to keep him away from the
It's okay for him to think I'm some murderer with a boat. That's okay.
That's right.
I'm just curious why he doesn't know me.
Tony Milazzo sounds like a murderer. So he's like, have you checked this? Tell him about the radio show. Have you checked this guy out? He's like, are you insane? You're a married woman with a family. You're going out on a boat with some guy you just met at a comedy club. What is wrong with you? I pull over. Now I'm freaking out. I'm like, he's a comedian. It's very professional. He's like, Bill Cosby is a professional comedian. It doesn't get bigger than Bill. If Bill Cosby could do it, who's to say Tony Milazzo? I'm like, you know what? Now you're just flattering me to think that the first guy I'm hanging with in L.A. is just going to want. He's like, okay, yeah, or it's a big compliment to you, Talia. Huge compliment. I pull over. I call my friend Alan Finn, who's been on the show. I'm like, please don't think I'm crazy. Who I just spoke to him yesterday. He's
Love
like,
Alan.
Why are you calling me again? I'm like, you know Tony Milazzo? Of course I know Tony Milazzo. Congrats, have fun. I know you're going on a show. I'm like, is it safe for me to go out on his boat?
Is he gonna chop me up into little pieces?
He's like, yeah, Talia, I gotta go. You're good. You're good. Don't worry about it. Tony's a great guy.
If I would have known you were a Jew from New York with a lawyer husband and 2 kids, now I still have a chance. I could hold you ransom right now. It came across my mind.
You could get a pretty penny. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Uh-huh.
Although my parents would sell me down the river. The husband would come through.
Yeah. You know, the husband would come through. So the husband would pay me to get you back, or would the family pay me to keep you? I mean, how's that work?
Yeah, the parents. Yeah, it would be a bidding war over the parents saying no, let him keep her, and him saying no, bring him back. You'd get money coming at both ends. You wouldn't know what to do. Like, this girl's just more trouble than she's worth. I'll send her back.
Well, I'm glad I didn't scare you off and that you actually showed up.
Thank you.
So, if all of a sudden Hollywood and DreamWorks now, this weekend, 3 weeks from now, 3 years from now, whenever, calls you up and says, we need you here.
Right, so that's...
Are you going to fly back and forth? Are you going to relocate the family? Would your husband want to move here?
That's the dream, you know. I feel like gotta, reach a certain point in my life where got the family.
He can get up and leave?
You gotta live your truth.
What's he doing?
Gotta live the truth. He's a lawyer. He's a lawyer, but
how can he? He's with a law firm, right?
He's with a firm, but there's so many satellite lawyers and.
I want to stop talking about your husband and firm.
I told him he'll
There's a joke in there somewhere.
We shall see. If anything truly exciting came up, you never know.
Yeah.
You never know.
Honey, I'm going to Hollywood. Are you coming? Oh, well, take care of the kids. See you in a few weeks or months or years. Let me know when they're over age.
Right.
19, 20.
We could find a nice Jewish school for them here, honey.
So you're going to bring them up right, huh? They're going to a Jewish school?
They're going... Yeah, one of them is in a Jewish school, and the other one's in public school. I lean more towards the public school. He leans more towards the Jewish school.
Yeah, you don't want to mainstream them with us Christians.
We got one in... We got one in one.
Yeah. Keep them Jewish. Keep them at the synagogue.
There you go. Go on J-Date.
Yeah, J-Date. Marry a lawyer.
Oh, my gosh. Those singles mixers are really something. It's like, nobody's there to have a good time. Everyone goes so they can tell their parents that they went. That's how these things go.
Yeah. Oh, and your parents must be happy.
Oh, they were thrilled.
They're like, oh, my God, she's got a Jewish lawyer, and she went on J-Date. Look at the 2 beautiful kids, and they're going to go to Jewish school.
I plucked one out from Canada because I'd been through everybody in New York. People were like, what happened? You couldn't find anyone in New York? I said, I found everyone in New York.
So you went there, or he came down?
Well, he came down to meet me initially.
Oh, my God.
And I was totally...
He just flew in and took a chance.
He called it... His name is Carrie. And so he stacked up... I didn't know this. Stacked up a bunch of J-Dates and planned this New York trip and called it Carrie's Tour of Love. That's what he did.
Oh, my God. That is killer. I love it.
So then I was the one that stuck. Yes. So, but the deal was, I told him, I said, you know what, I don't think I could ever live in a place where my eyeballs are going to freeze, frankly. So if this actually goes anywhere, you got to become a New Yorker. And he was pretty flexible about that. So luckily that way. I'm just glad he wasn't from, even though Montreal or Quebec or Toronto would have been closer. Not exotic enough.
How many years ago?
This was 8 years ago.
And you married when?
So we're married for seven years.
Oh my God, 1 year, boom, you knew it.
Yeah. I'm fast like that. It's like meeting you, Tony. I know when I like someone, we gotta just go.
Really? Okay, thank you.
Gotta go.
Thank you. Well, life's short.
Life is short.
And your biological clock is too.
May have entered into it.
But 6 years ago, I mean, your biological clock still ain't really ticking. This woman is young and vibrant. What are you, like, 28, 30?
Yeah, I'm a little over 30 there. So well, let's go with mid-30s.
Yeah, you look in your 20s.
But for a Jewish woman, 28 is 40. So you gotta.
Oh, really?
You gotta.
Right. Yeah, you gotta get it.
You gotta start at 28, or the grandparents. They're already sitting shiva for you. That's what's happening.
Yeah.
And
my mom's still concerned with me. I'm single and.
Single guy. Oh my God.
Almost 35 now.
Wow. Ladies.
Sure.
There's a catch here. I can't believe you're letting it out that you're single. They're gonna pounce, Tony.
Oh, sure.
A seasoned entertainment
I'm ready
guy.
for you. Come on, bring it.
This guy, I can hang out with this guy all day.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Great. I got a testimonial here. Look at that testimonial.
I think I have 3 friends in LA for you, just right off the bat. Now that I know you're single.
And I have a yacht, and I'm talented.
He's got a yacht. He's a creative genius.
Creative genius. Come get me. Come get me. Hopefully my Twitter now will get some activity, right?
There you go. I'll follow you.
Let me ask you a question before you go, because it's almost over already, and I feel like we just started.
Wow.
I want to do more interview with you, but we're on a time thing. So, in your career, I want to hear, not necessarily in one area, because you do a lot of things, who are your mentors, who inspires you, and then maybe you can wrap that up with something inspiring for everybody else out there who wants or ever thought of doing what you do, but is afraid maybe to do it on a big scale or just go for it.
You gotta go for it. I think you reach a point in your life. It usually happens, I think, in mid-30s, where you're like, this is do or die. I'm gonna do all those things, and I'm not gonna be afraid. And for music and comedy, actually, my name Talia. Apparently, in Greek, Talia was the muse of music and comedy. So when I found that out, I was like, yes, there's a reason, there's a purpose, and full force. Music, I'm gonna wrap it up. Andrew Lloyd Webber, powerful melodies. Beautiful stories, beautiful musicals. That's who is my inspiration as far as melody-driven content that inspires audiences. You can't deny that his music has inspired just countless people, countless revivals. And that's not necessarily my mentor because we haven't met, but that's where my musical inspiration, in a nutshell, comes from. And I want to achieve something close to that. And with comedy, all right, this is it. Comedy is where my heart is at. Joan Rivers, we lost a legend this year. Mm-hmm. A legend.
And we didn't have to.
We didn't have. When can you? We didn't have. Well, that's the whole. Oh, yeah. It's hard. But a comedian who, after she passed away, can you think of another comedian who things are happening, current events, things come out, stories, and you say, what would Joan Rivers have said? She would have said this about that. What would she have said about Bill Cosby? I know,
Oh, yeah.
She would have said, I knew him. He didn't touch me. I had many drinks with Bill Cosby. It went fine. I used to crash at his apartment. I woke up. I was fine. Nothing happened.
She would have told you she woke up 3 days later.
She would have said, I never slept when I was with Bill Cosby. Nothing happened. But I was a dog. But I'm saying how many.
Yeah.
So
well, it's the same thing. I see a lot of people out here try to do the Don Rickles thing.
Okay.
Where they try to actually insult people, or where Joan. Certain people can get away. Joan was a class act.
She was classy.
And so was Don Rickles. I mean, these people, they can get away, and they could do the timely and
exactly.
Up-to-date
and you
stuff.
still think of her as a class act.
Yeah.
So that's what I've been knacked for the kinds of one-liners like she had. I love writing jokes. I'm on a website called Paratify where I spoof a lot of the headlines of the day, make one-liners out of them. You could check that out. A lot of comedians
important.
on there.
Where's that again?
It's an up-and-coming website, Paratify, like parody, but
so spell it?
PARODIFY.com.
Nice.
Started by Andy Engel, who runs certain aspects of the Gotham Comedy Club in Manhattan. So that's fun. So I have a passion for joke writing, and And the one-liners that go into my act, I feel like Joan Rivers up there. I feel like Rita Rudner. I feel like Wendy Liebman. These are some of the ladies that have inspired me. I feel like Louis C.K. when I'm up there telling my stories, dropping the jokes within the stories. And the best is when the audience comes up to me. You do a showcase. I meet people after the show. I'm someone they really connected with up there. Where's your schedule? I want to bring 10 of my friends. Being in front of a live audience, as you know, there's nothing like it.
There's nothing like it. Especially for somebody like you, your energy's catchy. So there's nothing like live. That's where they walk away with a piece of you and feeling something, you know?
I think so. And that to me is the most meaningful thing. Yeah. If you can move people with your music, and then if you can get up there and do live comedy, these are the things I live for. Yeah,
I've seen you do it. I was just in New York, and we did a show together,
Greenwich.
At least one, right? We did Greenwich.
Yeah, yeah, that was a fun show.
Okay, yeah, and Broadway we have mutual friend Sheba Mason.
That's right, child of Jackie Mason's
love child.
There you go.
She's a sweetheart. I always do shows with her. I've been doing shows with her for years. She's a good friend to TK's also.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she's wonderful. TK. Yeah. Oh, he's great.
Tell him tonight.
I will.
And good luck tonight, I guess, huh?
Thank you. I want to just kill it up there. It's going to be my first live show in L.A. in front of the Californians. We'll see how they like the New York gal.
Well, we talked about this on one of my shows. I had Dwayne Perkins on. We went to college together in New York.
Okay.
And a lot of late night. So Dwayne and I were talking about that on the air, how the audiences are very different. Are you prepared for that?
Well, actually, I'm not currently prepared for that. How?
No one told you yet, have they?
No one told me. They did. Oh,
I'm going to do it right now.
Tell me. Everyone's like, "Oh, you can do great out there. You can do great out there." But I didn't get any details.
I say in L.A., they're more with their elbow down on the table and their fist under their chin like this, going, "Go ahead, make me laugh." They get to see tons of stars who just do drop-ins. Be ready for that. There's no telling who will be at your show. I have Sarah Silverman jump in front of me, Bobby Lee, Chris D'Elia, Whitney Cummings. You don't know who's going to jump in front of you. Tim Allen.
Oh, sweet.
So you don't know who's going to jump in front of you. And they're used to that and big talent from TV. And it's a hard crowd. It's New York. They come out to have fun. I get to New York. I don't think they're listening to me. They're rolling through my jokes. Sometimes I put a non-joke, something that isn't funny, just to see if they're rolling through my... And they do, and I identify it in New York. I'll tell them, that wasn't even a joke, guys. Are you listening? Pay attention.
You know what? I think it's easier for the New Yorker. They can roll out of bed, walk a few blocks there to a comedy club. In L.A., it's a production. You got to drive. You got to find parking.
Big, long day. They're not into it.
So once they get there, make me laugh.
And everybody's friend out here is an actor or a comedian. So they're tired of going to everybody's shows. Where New York, they're all in. They are waiting to laugh. They're ready for a party. You could take them anywhere. I love a New York crowd.
Nothing like a New York crowd.
Nothing like a New York crowd. I'll tell you that right now. So don't expect that tonight, but expect to have some fun.
Got to bring it hard.
Wake them up. Knock them off their asses tonight. That's what you got to do.
All right.
Wake them up tonight. Have some fun with it. Good luck at DreamWorks.
Thank you, Tony.
Good luck with your endeavors. Good luck with Broadway. And just everything you're doing.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me on this awesome boat. Can I go drive it now?
Yeah. Now we're going to go do some boating.
Awesome.
And we're going to have more stories for the next time we see each other, and we'll do another interview.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you so much,
good?
Tony. Sounds amazing.
Okay. One more time where everybody could find you again.
TaliaGil.com. TaliaGil.com. The site is going live in a week. And look for my book, Conflict of Interest, A Law Firm Romance by Jillian Reese.
Excellent. And you're on Twitter, too? Can they stalk you on Twitter or somewhere?
I'm on Twitter, at TaliaGil1. Thank you for having me.
You've been listening to Talia Gil, live and on board with Tony Milazzo from beautiful Marina Del Rey Harbor in sunny Southern California.